Hello, welcome back to Age of Water. So the game never really had a roadmap, so I never knew if the game would receive more content or not. So the playlist is a bit of a mess with let's plays, guides, and just different let's plays, because every version of the game was vastly different than the other ones, because they came with nerfs, buffs, new stuff, improvements, and some other stuff. So this is how the ship looks like in the current version of the game. This is what I have on the Midori tier 5. And that wind looks a little bit weird over here, but don't worry about it. That's how it's supposed to look. So in order to balance out the power output and some other stuff, wait, what is that? Let's see how some other players did it. Yeah, as you can see, you will probably need 2 or 3 wind generators, but the boat will look very, very weird. He actually stacked some stuff on top of that, which is kind of crazy looking. So I'll give you the very short version of it, but it's going to be more complex and you're going to need more resources. So the developers added some new stuff to help with this stuff as well. The wind generators, and they also added a debuff to the wind generators. Now you can craft them, but as you can see, they will, the more you have on your boat, the less efficient every one becomes. Each and one of them becomes. This looks like it's straight out of Courage the Cowardly's Dog farm, so you can put this on your boat and make it kind of like a little farm scene or farm model over there. It looks a little better, more professional, bigger as well. You can make some crazy looking ships with this one, but here is the catch. The wind generators at tier 5, they'll produce a lot more than the radioisotopes, which need reagents and chemical waste, but these ones also need mechanism parts, so I guess it depends on which of these resources you have more. Still a lot of resources all around. But this is 4.5 tons. This will be 12.5 tons on average. So this means they're actually 3 times heavier, so you can only put these things on the bigger boats, and also you'll need a lot more space so it doesn't obstruct your view. The only way to make this work right now is you need 2 or 3 of these. I only have 1, but I'll probably need to make 2 more at least, maybe, depends on how I'll play the game. So a total 3 wind generators, large wind generators, will solve all of your power needs. Mostly because of a new mechanic with the cabin boats. Now the cabin boats will increase the all-around power generation on your ship. Now, before this I used to use an Ares cabin, which was kind of fun looking, but not anymore. So I looked at all of them, and the short story is, only 2 of them give you 50% improvement. The torpedo ball Midori cabin, but this is huge. As you can see, it uses up so much space, and you can put some turrets on the back of it. But I don't think it's worth it. From what I understand, they still give the bonuses to the turrets, but I'm not going to test that out. I'm just not going to do it. So the Rook boat cabin A gives you 50% power generation, but also 100% accumulator capacity. So if you couple a few of the tier 5 wind generators with the Rook boat A, and also you will want to, they also improve the pumps. So I think I'll need more pumps on my boat, but I have to put more pumps later. And just use Devil steam generators with some diesel generators, and that will be most of the power you need. But also you'll need some structures that further increase the bonuses they produce. So I have a lot of halibut conning towers, which as you can see will give you hull points. And generators per last 10%. Plus some HP, as you can see, which is great as well. And if you don't have any of those, or if you don't have enough of those, you can just put the scrap thingies. The oil system stuff. Forgot what's it called. So the oil system body, as you can see, still gives you 5%, plus the hull, plus the crew repairs. So basically 50% with all of the other stuff. Let me see. Halibut conning towers, I only have 3 of them because they're kind of expensive to make. I think they reduce the cost. As for your weapons, depends on what weapons you have, but you can just build a halibut cabin base, which will solve all of these issues, because they can fit exactly 10 cannons, which is the exact number I needed at this stage of the game. Let me see if I can find the halibut conning tower. There was a search mode. This is the halibut cabin base. Yeah, so the idea is that you need a lot of cloth to make this work. You also need a lot of stuff on the front of your ship, so it blocks projectiles and some other stuff. And there are some other options, but to be honest, you're going to struggle. As you can see, this is 5 layers and the last ones will not have enough space to do it. So I guess it depends on a lot of stuff as well. So this will give us the rotation for the cannons we need. So rotation of the cannons that was nerfed is given to us by the halibut cabin base. All of this stuff around with the cabin and some of the cistern bodies. Plus, like I said, I have the large Vault wind generator and Devil steam generators. Plus, also, the diesel generators are surprisingly good because they offer a lot of stuff and are relatively low weight. You have to watch out for the weight as well. So as you can see, basically the Devil steam generators will be 3 times the weight of a diesel generator, but they will produce only 2.5 times more power. And that's kind of like the catch. So let me show you how much this produces. So 144 power, and it actually has 75. So it's a little less than double. I guess I have to put more stuff on it to make it really double. But like I said, I'll just add one more generator, one more Vaunt wind generator, one of these. And I'll probably have to make more halibut conning towers because they'll also be good to protect against some damage. So I have to rearrange all of this again. So as you can see, we have the base that we put the cannons on, and the rotation speed is still pretty slow, but it's much better than what it is without it. Power generation, the cabin, and that's kind of like it. This is how it looks. Also I have cat and the golden statue. I forgot what the golden statue is from, but it's definitely an achievement. All bandit hideout single-handedly, personal weapons. I'm not sure what you have to do to get that one. I guess it's because I was fighting on foot, on land. Okay. And there's another catch to all of this. Now, sadly, the way the speed works currently is that the generators absorb a lot of power and they don't really give you much more speed. So all of the speed increasing things were nerfed to no end. To the point I had to stop using them because they are so bad right now. So, sadly, as you can see, this one will give you a 10 speed increase, but it will drain 120 power, which is insane for a tier 4, and then a tier 3, 5, but 60. So, as you can see, they're kind of preserving the amount of power taken, but it only boosts your ship by a little bit. It's not even going to be 5 speed, I think it's going to be 2 or 3 increase in speed. And the funnel as well, they are not really going to be needed because they basically boosted the normal engines, the big engines, but sadly they nerfed the other stuff. So the only reliable way to do that is to just have Ishkur fan motors. Why, you might ask? Well, they give you one something speed and they only cost 5 energy. So that means you can have 12 of these for 60 energy, and 12 of these will mean 24 speed. Yeah, you can do the math, but basically you need tier 1 Ishkur fan motors, or otherwise you'll just need to have more wind generators and a tier 5 speed increase item, which they're also going to be much bigger and much heavier. So yeah, it's going to cause a lot of problems. Let's look at that again. Because if you go into production over here and if you look over here, notice that this is super expensive and prohibitive. The mechanism parts, the copper, this is not going to work. You're really going to have enough to do this. Plus, this will be 180 power that it will eat up and only 15 speed. So 180 power for 15 speed, or yes, you can do the math. It's just much better to have the fan motor. Sadly, I'm not sure. Maybe this will be changed at some point. So the only thing that really matters is the motor, and yeah. I'm also hesitating to make more of these because they require 100 mechanism parts. Plus all of the other stuff they need, like, I don't know. Let's make 2 more of them. And sadly, this is what we have to work with. I'll need to farm a lot more resources because this drained all of my resources, to be honest. Even though it doesn't seem like it's too expensive, but just adding these on top of the other stuff, yeah. It will get very expensive very quickly. As you can see, you need 6 slots to fit them in. I have to change a lot of my ship. This is not going to work. So look at the segment hull. Segment health is 28,000, which is kind of crazy considering what you start off. Also, you cannot have a metal hull anymore, so I'm not sure if this is good or bad, so think about it. You need a lot more wood. I'm not sure if you need an entire deck of a certain material for all of the bonuses to apply. Again, I never really experimented with this, so I just left the front of the ship to be metal and the other stuff will be wood. I'm just going to make everything wood. Oh, we don't have enough wood. Well, next time. Also, keep in mind that they nerfed some of the crew skills. So drill time, as you can see, drill level was also nerfed a lot because it was really too powerful. And sadly, this means your captain will have to use a lot of other skills that don't really make sense. So if you're going to give him plastic vessel expert level, well, that will help a lot, but probably most people go with drill and fighter, and also engine efficiency plus weapon efficiency. If you don't have these things, you're going to have a lot of issues as well. As you can see, it's infinite energy, but if I boost and shoot, it will drain the power very fast. So I can just, you know, drive the ship and shoot. It's not that bad. This is kind of like pre-nerf levels. They're kind of exposed over there. I'll have to think of a better way to do this. Also, all of the cannons have a lot more HP right now. But it really depends on the rolls as well. Plus they're repaired with only scrap, so it will be much easier to repair. Oh boy, on the other hand, I haven't messed with the repair settings in a very long time. So they're only repair in battle the hull and the weapons. They are destroyed. I'm not even going to attempt to explain what this is. Just know that if you activate emergency, you repair that. First in battle, they'll repair this. Out of battle, they'll repair everything. I'll just make it that everything will be repaired to 50%. Start repair, okay. I'm not even going to try. Too hard. I just repair them by right clicking like this and clicking repair. Have the materials to repair them. I also have to change some of the scavenger shields. I have to change a lot of stuff, but as you can see, it's mostly about the weight management, and most of the shields are in the front anyway, the big ones, the plastic ones. I guess now that they changed the way repairs work, probably, let me look. Probably can use other types of shields as well, but I still think the best option would be the plastic ones, if that makes sense. The metal ones need a lot of what? Plastic plate 77,000. Okay. The wood ones. I guess the wood ones are better than the plastic ones. That's kind of insane, but they're also heavier. And the metal shields are so much better than the plastic ones, so... yeah, I'll have to make everything out of iron from now on. I don't suppose I have one lying around the base, because I want to see with what they are repaired. How much does it cost to repair them? Plastic one. No, I don't have any, because who would build them? They were too expensive to maintain. So keep that in mind, and I guess we'll have to experiment with a lot of stuff as well, so yeah. This is going to require a lot more work and a lot more testing. Now, what do I want to do? I want to find the Dread Reaper, because the Dread Reaper will drop a lot of unique stuff, including the minigun, the grenade launcher, and some other stuff, but I'm not sure where he can be. And people are usually If you search the forum, they will say it's usually A8. We'll try to go and see what's over there. So now we can go on foot on every island, which is great in a lot of ways, because you can get free resources, which is the main thing. Well, I guess I have to show you. Because that means I have to explore every island in the hopes of finding, you know, some free loot. So I think this restores every day, so you can search it every day. So now I basically get free loot just by walking around and running around and doing stuff like this. I don't understand why this was not in the game from the beginning, but eh. Oh. Clever builder handbook. Yeah, why didn't they include all of this stuff from the beginning? I don't know. We can search a lot of stuff. Basically, if you just enter the game every couple of days and just search whatever is in free wells, you also go from the front and you have a lot of stuff to search as well. You don't even have to play. Oh, you can get a power bank from. Oh, that's actually super good. I'm still looking for the rare stuff, so I guess you have to explore every location again in hopes of finding rare, hidden or unique stuff. Oh, this is such a cool feature. Probably my favorite feature of the game right now. Crappy plastic. So exploration is really rewarded right now. Plus you get to see all of these cool things. Get rich. Catch a lucky break. See, all of these details were definitely missed. We didn't have this option. Okay. Oh, I guess that means we'll have to explore every little boat, every little thingy. What? That icon? What is that? That's not an icon we can make. I guess they marked the armadas. Okay, the developers marked the armadas, so we don't have to mark them anymore. I guess that's dangerous. That's a tier 2 armada. That's a tier 3 armada, which... Advance. I think they're called advance. Okay. Oh, it's even better than I thought. So yeah, they even marked the out of bounds stuff. That's a tier 1 armada over there. They marked so many stuff for... Okay, we can delete some of these things right now. So cool. Yeah, so I guess I'll just make a lot of episodes where I'm just roaming around and seeing if I can catch something. Go to Trader 10. That's... Well, I have to go there since it's bugged out.
There's no critical damage, Captain.
Well, what did I expect? It said the location was bugged. Also, if you do the caravan, you will get 50. You'll get actually not 50% more rewards. You'll get a lot more rewards. It's always going to be worth doing those events. I might do the event just to see the rewards. So cool. Yeah, I guess they still have some things to sort.
There's no critical damage, Captain.
Translocate, recharge. We have a lot of recharges anyway. Let's see how the attack on the caravan is working right now. Probably there will be a lot of people who have tier 6 cannons and stuff like that, but I just want to see. Oh, I'm a defender. wonder what the level stands for.
Captain, we'll sink soon. Hurry, enter emergency mode.
We need a lot more to repair stuff right now. Also, I'm out of materials. I came over here without any repair materials. Yeah, I need to get a lot of repair materials, mostly scrap to be honest. What happens if you die? Defend, I guess I got some stuff. I think if I remember correctly, every time you respawn at 3 wells. No, it's one of them. They just sent volleys on the ship. I could play more of the game, I forgot how it's played. A generator explosion.
Help is not needed, Captain. Have a good voyage.
What are those missiles? Oh, I think I'm falling behind, so let's go and defend more.
Captain, we'll sink soon. Hurry, enter emergency mode.
Yeah. I guess that's the level. I wonder what my level is. Okay, this is kind of fun right now. There are modifiers, so you can participate in the events at any skill level you like. Oh, that's a lot of boats coming. Oh wait, we have to defend the little boat, I think, but it's blocking my fire line. No, don't destroy it. You have to destroy their guns, first of all, you'll never be able to sink it. Oh, we failed to defend it. Really? Where did they came from? Yeah, I guess it's still harder to defend than anything else.
Captain, the hull is damaged. We've got nothing to repair it with.
Okay, nice little event. How much did we get for that? Not sure. Probably a lot. Yeah, I'll have to farm a lot more. This is kind of interesting. People are back to the PvP, they're back to the events. Okay, I want to go to Trader 10.
Nice to see you. You can berth if you want. Come closer.
No, you can even search that. Okay, this is definitely worth it. Okay, guess you cannot really trade anything interesting, but at the same time you can just teleport, get some loot, and then go. Oh wow! I'll definitely have to look again at the island assaults. Uranium. Here you can get consumables. That's so cool. Mostly because it's a very easy way of getting other resources. Yeah, I can definitely see they worked a lot on the game. Especially, why was this not in the... I guess it's much harder to implement than it looks. And from what I understand, the Dread Reaper can roam the map, and you have to kind of roam the map as well to find it. What's my current top speed? It should be about 75 or 74. Oh, it's going to be so slow. It's not as bad as it could have been. Plus with the looter drone and some other stuff, yeah, it definitely is not as bad.
There's no critical damage, Captain.
Why did the boat stop? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong keys, that's why. Plus we have more boats to capture and to board, which also will be a lot of fun. It's a lot of loot, so I guess I'll just have to search for a nice little area to board boats, get a lot of resources, and then start enjoying the game. Okay, we'll give the map a little bit of a roundabout. Maybe we can fight the Dread Reaper. Did they destroy something? I think they destroyed something important. I'm also stuck with the quest items. Apparently those were never removed. This is the hunt for the Dread Reaper, which is a boss. I'm not sure if the other bosses drop anything. I'm not sure if they are still in the game. I completely forgot where the bosses are. Still wood for 4, that's important, I guess. I also have to do all of those because they'll give me a lot of materials, and it's just a little combat zone. Yeah, I kind of miss playing the game. I think I'll have a lot of fun with it. Well, let's see if there are people anywhere around here doing stuff. Sadly, most of the community of the game is not playing anymore, but there are a lot of Russian players or just players from other countries that are playing. And there's no way to find more information about the game, so I guess we just have to play the game and see what happens. Giant whirlpool. You can see I kind of searched the entire map. Wait, are those two marked? Question both. Guess I could have went over there instead. I don't know, we'll see how this plays out. But it's a huge advantage that you can just repair your boat when you are just all over the place like this. I can also do the mangrove pearls if I want. Do I want? No. I'm just hoping to see a Dread Reaper somewhere around here. I've seen some videos of people defeating it, but it's not something you can do solo, or maybe if you die a lot of times you can do it solo. You have a 1% chance to obtain a minigun or a smoke grenade launcher, which sounds like a lot of fun. So it seems like the developers are just making the game ready to have multiple types of weapons, which is very cool. Because at this point of the game, you might as well just install a rocket launcher or something. Oh, the Glam sailboat. We have these things. At least we sunk it. So, this is one of the newer boats for sure. Oh. Yeah. I guess I'll have to find a good location to board boats. Like, no one is there. I think they also added the tier 5 Octa Sailor, which will be interesting to find and board maybe, but I don't know, it's probably just part of a bigger wave that will be very hard to destroy. I need more power generation, but for that I just need more resources. I guess that was a good place to board. Let's go over there and try to board a few boats. That's what I get. Consumable wise, I think they gave us a few translocators for free, so that's why I have so many. I have a ton of consumables. How many boarding kits do... Well, I have a lot of boarding kits as well. I guess some of the resources I got were not spent on nothing. Just a fun game. If this was the release date of the game, this game would have sold many millions of copies. I guess it still did pretty well. I just hope the developers make it very clear what they want to do with the game and maybe even release a roadmap. Yeah, we're losing a lot of power even like this. I'm not sure I'll put another generator. So let me change everything to wood. Remember, we also have to change the hull of the ship. I don't know. Just destroy the engines, you'll be okay. These my cannons still have a lot of firepower, as you can see. I think the loot was also increased, so yeah. I like the original version of the game where everything was so hard to obtain, but once you obtain it, it was very strong. Now, everything is easier to obtain, but weaker. I guess it's a win-lose situation. Yeah, I'll try to find the Dredge Reaper, farm a lot more, make the ship more viable at least, or modify some of it to at least look a little cooler. Yeah, keep in mind the cannons are actually buffed a little bit when it comes to the damage, but you cannot use them as, you know, you cannot fire them all the time. You cannot use them as suppression weapons anymore. They're just kind of like big damage, big risk weapons now. Plus I have to find a solution to hide the cannons. They're so in the open over there. The solution would be to put more stuff on the front of the boat, but again, I'm not sure how to do that. If you can still do an armada solo. Otherwise, from what I can see, there will be some random boats spawning all over the place, not much to look at. Definitely some of the newer stuff as well. I don't want to do the things on land. Where would it be a good location to search for stuff? I guess we'll go at the gas station and see if we can, I don't know, walk over there and find some interesting items. Oh no, the aircraft. No, we'll go to the aircraft carrier. I want to see how much stuff we can find over there. It's good, I think it's good. They're just giving you a lot more options on how to play the game. Especially with how the map is designed right now, with how many markers you get. You can clearly see the spawners, you can clearly see so many things that in the beginning were so unnatural. Okay, why did nothing spawn? Okay, now everything spawned. Yeah, it does feel like a nerf because you don't have as much load speed as you used to have. Happy Patrol boat, that's the one I want to board. I guess now we can use consumables more freely as well. But I sank a few ships without knowing it. I just want to board the snappy because I need a lot of iron. Get some more arena would also be interesting to board. Helmsman. What is the Helmsman? I guess I shouldn't do this during the night. Taking a lot of fire. Oh no, it's getting away. Is it stopped? Is it still moving? Oh, this still has a helmsman. I cannot see it. And that helmsman is sure growing. What am I even hitting? That talisman is made out of iron. Okay, I saw something drop. Yes, Eland will have to do so. You get a lot of stuff. It doesn't seem like they worked on the drop numbers, but oh, you get a mid-range pump. Interesting. Remember that you can get some of the loot that is on the ship itself as well, so it's pretty much better to board high-tier stuff. So dismantling this will give me a lot of cool-looking stuff. I guess I can dismantle them as well. So this is for the rope. I have to look at everything else again. I did get their Iron Warrior cabin, which is 100 scrap iron. But let's disable all of this as well. The pump is also pretty nice to dismantle. That uses so much of my power. Okay, that's pretty rough. Wastewater treatment facility. So yeah, basically when you enter the game you have to go to all of the land missions, do all of that, and then you can do something else. Let's see what you can find over there just by walking on it. This is such a fun update. Well, again, depends on who you're asking. People will be upset about the nerfs, but come on, they really need it. Can you even enter the aircraft carrier right now? Oh, a sealant, so yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Captain, what brings you here? Captain, what brings you here?
Stretching my legs. Yeah, you can find those consumables, so it's not actually... You don't need to grind to get them, you just need to be lucky to find them. At least there's no secret ladder over here. I was really hoping I would explore more of this place. Nope. I think already went over there. Trader 1. It's another interesting location. Big snake. Maybe let's just go to the mantis bar. And see what we have over there. I'm just searching for some unique stuff, but haven't been able to find any. Scare away the seagulls. Okay, I kind of like where this is going. This is a good location to loot. Oh no, it's a dead end. Well, if you didn't have a dead end, this would have been great. Oh wait, you can actually search the front and the back crates? I've been playing for a little bit and I just got a lot of consumables just by searching. Yeah, so definitely the bars in some of these locations have a lot more than other ones. Very, very, very interesting. Also, you can see other ships sail in the distance. That's so cool. The medallions, you can even get medallions, so this is where the bar actually is. How do you get there? Oh, yeah, this. Okay, I see. So the bars are definitely the more interesting ones. Let's just go to the radio ruin and then I'll end the video. Yeah, I can already see we're going to need more power generation and more speed. Otherwise this will take forever. As for the other stuff, it looks like it's pretty decent to repair your boat right now. We even have a few extra iron scrap. Yeah, look at the rotation speed. Why was the game not like this in the beginning? I don't know. I just keep my eyes out on the game because if the developers want to develop it more, that's great. Especially, well, I guess They would really need a roadmap, but even if it's just a surprise update, I think it will be nice. New York players will definitely love the game right now because of how cool it has become. I guess it had its tedious parts even before. I think I'm on the wrong current. I have to be on this one over here. That actually increases my speed, not to decrease it. Yeah, you can actually use the currents now as they were intended. Speed up travels along the way. I might go to the Shark City as well, just to test out a few things. Yeah, we'll go to the Shark City as well.
I don't know anything. Talk to my boss. I don't know anything.
Okay, so you only can do the quest over here. Okay, I agree with that. Now for help. What's that? Shark City, Shark Hunter. What is the Shark Hunter? I'm really curious about some of this stuff. Oh, that was it? That was nothing. Shark City. You already hear the crew working. Yeah, a bit disappointed that some locations are not bigger. It seems like it's still randomizing. You have to kind of figure out for yourself at the bigger locations. How did I get out of this place again? Come on, are you telling me the jet skis are just holding me back? Yes, they are. Let's delete that. So that's the way out. Let's follow it. I don't think they change anything around here. Yeah, I'll just have to play more, far more, see more. Oh yeah, let's use that signal for help thing. I'm not sure what it is. Is there a secret thingy over here anymore or not? I guess not. There is. Does it do anything? Nope, doesn't do anything. Signal for group.
We've entered the battle zone. Attention! Enemy contact!
I guess this is just the boss fight, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure what I'm shooting at. I don't see anything that is worth shooting at. are they shooting at the fish? I think the totem can only fire in that direction, so let's keep clear of it.
Victory!
Hey, victory! $5,000 medallions. Oh, signal for help is just the first battle. I guess you have to exit through it so we go back into the real game world. Wait, so only this one has a marker? The other ones don't have a marker? Oh well. I guess I have a lot of catching up to do on the game. And if I enter it again, I'll have to fight the enemies again, right? I think so. I don't know, so those are just the battle signals. Wait, how does this work? Shouldn't be there. Shouldn't be more of them over there. Good question. I'll have to figure out a lot of stuff on my own, I guess. Let's end with a bit of a dredge. I don't think they change anything when it comes to dredging. Still a very fun game, as you can see. Especially now that we have a lot of objectives to work for. That's a lot of diamond icons. So I guess you have a lot more options on how to get loot. Fighting, dredging, exploring on land. Questing, probably some other stuff as well. This is the best dredge I could get. Basically everything I need is over here. Except for the rare stuff. I guess the game is in a way much easier now, much easier to understand and to play, but it still has its own challenges, yeah. Iron plates, straight up iron plates, okay. See you next time, bye bye.